We're back with the Big Apple meets Tinseltown, and we have our special guest today, Louise Sorel. Hey, Louise.
Hello.
Hi, Louise. Thanks for being here.
Not at all. It's my pleasure.
Great to have you on our show. Now, Louise, you've been all over daytime television.
We are so impressed with you.
Is there some sort of phrase about all over like a bad penny or something like that?
No. I mean, I remember actually when I was first introduced to daytime, I had a cousin who was obsessed with Santa Barbara.
Oh, yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, and so she would watch it every day, and I'd be with her at her house, and she was actually my babysitter.
Oh, God, thanks a lot. You were 3, right?
Well, yeah, I was 3, and
he actually didn't understand much. He was so young.
Yeah, I didn't understand anything except all I knew was there was an earthquake, and Joe Perkins was I don't know. It was just the beginning of the show, and there's this wonderful character of Augusta.
Yes.
And it was played by Louise Sorel, and you did a wonderful job. And then you went on to play several other villainess in daytime television, like Vivian and
yes, yeah.
You were Port Charles and One Life to Live. And so, tell us, what was your all-time favorite experience on daytime?
Well, I don't know if you can just say one of them, because there were moments in each of them. I think that for me, I'd never done a soap, I'd never seen a soap, for whatever reasons, until I started doing Santa Barbara. I actually did not know what it was. And people were saying, oh, you don't want to do that, it's too much work, and it's this and that. And then when I got on it, and I found that I was working with such good actors who really were concerned about the work, and it was a new show, so that we had a lot of liberty in terms of what we were doing, because they were trying to set it up and find the characters. And I had a great time those first 2 years, because I got to improvise, and
which is so great.
Yeah, and we brought these characters to life, and it takes a long time with soaps to do that. And then I kind of didn't know that soaps would go. Some characters sort of go in the back burner for a short time or whatever, and I was not really aware of that sort of thing. So suddenly I found that I wasn't working as much, and I thought, and I got an offer to go to New York to do another One Life to Live, and I just thought, well, maybe I need to go do that now. And I left Santa Barbara, and then, of course, I came back to it, and I watched this unfortunate demise for too many chefs in the pot or something, but I had a very good time with that, and then I had, of course, a lot of wonderfully insane time on Days of Our Lives.
Right.
Truly insane.
You have lots of stories. It's great.
Yeah, the characters, in a funny way, certainly there were similarities with the two characters in terms of their eccentricity and over-the-top behavior. Yeah. So I think between those two, I had really good memories.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and you've been all over episodic television.
Yes, I have.
And
I should be dead by now.
Oh, stop it.
No, not at all. It's just amazing.
You've done so much. It's great.
We were on your IMDb, and we were just looking at all these credits, and said, like...
That's what I mean. If it's kind of frightening.
No, it's
actually
wonderful.
Extremely impressive.
It is very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely a face of television. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're busy in other areas as well. I know that you're involved with the International Fund for Animal Welfare.
Yes.
And I read that you went on this safari, which sounded unreal.
I wrote a little piece about it that I think was out somewhere on the Internet.
Yeah, it was Soap Opera Digest,
yes.
I believe.
I'm certainly not the only one who's done it, and I can't do what Angelina Jolie does because I don't have that kind of clout, but I would, believe me.
Yeah.
If I could. It's very life-changing, and I was always heading that direction because I've always been an animal lover. That really just sort of changes your life, as a lot of people said it would when I was going. I thought, well, how could that change my life in 2 weeks? Because it's not a very long time. But actually, Christmas Eve, I was sitting here because I just didn't feel like going out on 60 Minutes. They ran a documentary piece which was about the Sheldrick Foundation outside of Nairobi, which is the elephant orphanage That just
did
it for
there,
me.
right?
Wow.
I was there, and I recognized some of the caretakers who sleep, with the baby elephants and take care of them like babies, literally like babies. And it's the most amazing experience I've ever had. They had to drag me away from there.
I'm sure they just capture your
heart.
God.
Of course, it isn't just elephants, although elephants have always been, since I was a child, I was in love with Babar, the elephant.
No, yeah.
And I grew up on that, so I always loved elephants. But when you start actually being able to caress them and look into their eyes and have them wrap their trunks around your neck or your arm or something.
Right. And you see how much they need you, and they need someone to take care of them.
It's just...
Wow.
And I know that we could say that about our children and all of that. I happen to be an animal person, so my response is that I have no fear of animals. I only have fear of the human nature. So Africa was very important to me. And
wow. So tell us, can we see you back on Daytime?
I can't answer that. It'd be up to the gods of Daytime.
we sure hope to see you back on Daytime.
I've heard that, some rumblings of things, but, I don't know.
And how would you feel about it?
We're going to keep an eye out.
Well, I do work,
Yeah. Is Vivian still alive?
Yes, she's in Europe somewhere with a butler. That only happened to me with a lot of money.
Well, I know that they're
lucky her.
They've made some major changes over at Days, and they're bringing back a lot of wonderful characters. It would be really, really great to see you back on the show and on the small screen, blessing our living room. So,
I hesitate to say anything because you never know what's going to happen.
Great.
Well, thank you so much, Louise. It was great to have you on our show.
Thank you for talking with us.
Not at all.
Yeah, we're going to take a break now, listen to this tune. When we come back, we'll have our closing remarks. Thanks again, Louise Sorel.
Bye.